Hello everyone! Today we get to do something very special and unbox the whole fall surprise box together. So if you are new around here, we sent out 3 surprise boxes this year. One for spring, one for summer, and one for fall. And if you missed out, don't worry because we are doing the whole thing again next year, so keep your eyes out for that. But for now, this is our fall box. Here is the sneak preview. All right, so let's get started. So all of our boxes come with some sort of yarn component. So this one was worsted weight, and this is our tri-sheer cheap everyday merino in the colorway pine. There is 185 yards in this ball. Make a perfect hat, maybe some fingerless gloves, a scarf maybe, something like that. So that is the yarn. And then to go with your yarn, look at this. This is a pom-pom. Let me take it out so you can see it. And this pom-pom is attached with ribbons. So you just thread these through your hat, and then you can tie it on the inside. And then if you want to wash it or switch the pom-pom to a different hat, just untie it and do the same thing on the other one. So that is the pom-pom. That can go with your yarn to make a hat or can go on a totally different hat. And then to keep all of your new pretty notions safe, we have a notions pouch. My little bag of secrets. Just big enough to keep all your notions in. See the inside there. Let's see what notions we have to put inside. So, if you got the early bird surprise box club, you got this tin, and this is the owl, and that can tuck right inside our little bag. And then we have a mushroom and hedgehog odd even row counter set in size large. So the odd even counters are perfect for long flat rows in knitting, because if you use a regular row counter, then you would move your row counter at the beginning of a really long knitting row and then at the end of the wrong side rows. And so that can feel like a really long time for moving your row counter. But if you use these at the beginning of the row, of a right side row, you just move it to the next number in the chain, and then at the end you would slip the other numbered chain, and then on the wrong side row you would move it to the next number. So then whichever row counter is showing the highest number is your count for that row, and then you get to move your counter at the beginning of each and every row, and so it works out great. I am knitting a really long shawl, and it's I think like 250 stitches wide, and so it gets really long, and so I love these because I get to move the row counter at the beginning of every row, and it is less confusing, and it's a little bit more instant gratification that I finished a row. So then we have some leaf and acorn melody clips in size large. So these are our melody clip style stitch markers, and that means that they are removable. So they are perfect for crochet or knitting. In knitting, you can use them on your needles or you can attach them to a stitch. I use mine a lot to track my progress. So I will add it at the beginning of my day. And then I can see how many rows I did that day. I also do one weekly. So that works out great. And then in crochet, you can clip it to any stitch, and then you can just remove it when you want to move it somewhere else. So those are the melody clip stitch markers. And then we have our clip style stitch markers. This time we have an owl and a squirrel. I love these ones too. They are we use the large lobster claws, so they don't hurt your fingers when you go to clip them. So then we have a few other tools here. These are our shorty bamboo cable needles. And these are great because they are the exact right size that you need for your cable without having too much needle floating around there. And so you just slip them on, and they have little grooves so that the stitches don't fall off. And then you just keep on knitting. So those are my favorite cable needles. And then these are tip ties in all 3 sizes. And so we have large, medium, and small. And these slip onto the tips of your needles so that your stitches don't fall off when you put your knitting down. And then we have, here, I'll even show it to you in the box, this box over here. So let's show you what is inside this box. Okay, this is what it looks like when you open the box. And then, this is the lid. But this is the acacia wood yarn bowl. So, the lid goes on and your yarn just goes right in here. And then it holds it while you knit along. And it's super solid. This is actually the first time I've held it. This is really awesome. I'm super excited to try this out. So that is everything in the fall box, and it comes with a card that explains all of the things that were in the box. And look, all the notions fit right inside the bag. Yeah, so we have a yarn bowl holder, a whole notions pouch full of new goodies and pretty things, and a skein of yarn and a pom-pom to make a new hat or anything you can think of. So that is it. We had such a good time putting all of these boxes together for you guys this year, and we really hope that you will join us next year. We can't wait to see what is in store, and there are a few more Advent boxes available if you don't want to miss out on the Advent, because the Advent is going to be so good. So we will talk to you soon. Thanks for being a part of our community. Bye, everybody.